Right, so in case you guys didn't understand what's going on, the speaker hasn't turned up. So, what's your name?
Dan.
Dan, and I'm Sid. We're both gonna pretend to be the speaker.
And talk really fast.
So, we're gonna man in the middle, reverse engineer. We're gonna, I don't know, ask you guys what you think the talk is about, because we'll see. Sorry, what was your name?
Esther.
Esther has found the slides on SharePoint, one of those slide sharing things. So we're going to see what happens. Might be a total failure.
So actually, this could be the first time that no speaker, you just ask a member from the audience, please do this to the presentation. You can do it. So give a round of applause for these three. And the floor is yours. So
I'm just going to wing it. The talk is, as you can obviously see, about the trust that Firefox specifically puts into add-ons that it probably shouldn't. So I was reading the abstract that he posted, and it was something along the lines of... Sorry?
Keep it in your face.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yell if we're being too quiet or too loud or you don't understand us or whatever. Right. I'm just going to pretend that you see what I see, and I'm going to explain the slide. Abusing and exploiting Firefox with add-ons, and I am now Ajin Abraham. Whoa. You might want to see these too.
Yeah.
Should we explain who he is?
No.
Probably not relevant. All right. Okay. Table of contents doesn't make much sense to you. Firefox is an awesome web browser. Step one. I can believe that. No, that's kind of actually true. It got benchmarked against Chrome. It's been losing for like a long time, specifically the JavaScript engine. It finally beat Chromium, or Chrome, I'm not sure which. Same thing, right? For the first time in years. So it's like getting there.
Is that recent?
Sorry?
Is that recent stuff?
Yeah, within the last couple of months.
Nice.
So, like, yeah. Because a lot of people left it because of the speed issues, and like it's catching up again. Okay. Add-ons are rich. Firefox supports a variety of programming languages. Does it?
What?
Firefox supports a variety of programming languages for add-on development. What does it support? C?
C, yeah. Java. I guess.
Java for add-ons? Really?
I thought it was just
I thought it was only JavaScript and SQL. So, shout that a bit louder. XPCOM? I thought that was like a library. Okay, if you say so, I take your word for it. Okay, we accept words. That's one protocol we speak. Sorry, a bit louder, please. XPCOM is the bridge into the C library from JavaScript. Is that correct? Okay. Yes. Cooperation. Yes. Oh, in fact, the next bullet point. JavaScript with XPConnect, XUL, JSC types, web workers. Maybe we should read ahead.
Yes, maybe we should.
Oh my God, I look like a terrorist.
Oh, gee.
All right. So, let me
talk. Let me talk. They tells you need. This is bad English. Why is this on internet?
It's by OWASP, so not Mozilla. This is like OWASP
right,
is the Open Web Application Security Project, and they generally do good work trying to report what's a common vulnerability, how you mitigate against these things.
Yeah, but this is about building add-ons.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Add-ons. There's some stuff about how you write your own add-ons for Firefox, which is kind of interesting, but I think there's plenty of add-ons already in existence that will help you tremendously while hacking. Oh. This is interesting.
Sorry, we have a question. Hang on, I'm going to give you the mic.
Yeah, the question was, what page are we on? Because I'm trying to follow the slides on my computer.
8.
8. Thanks.
Can you also post the link on the CCC, on the OHM IRC, so that anyone who's here on the IRC can join in? Okay, this will apply to everyone this way. Go to the OHM wiki, search for the word IRC. Yeah, go to the wiki, search for the word IRC. It will link to a page, and it says, I think it's irc.accessforall.net something. I don't know, I idle on it, I don't care what the server is.
This is interesting.
Page 8, but yeah. And, okay, we'll try and say whenever we go forward a page.
Yeah.
Because it's not obvious.
Skipping ahead just a bit, I was too soon expecting this was about existing add-ons.
No, it's about an add-on he has written, which is on GitHub, and there will probably be a link at the end, which hijacks your browser.
Yeah.
That's the fancy demo that we obviously can't demo.
Right. But there's screenshots, so. Oh, gee, this is way over my head.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, so what an extension has. There's a chrome.manifest file. I don't know what that is. There's an install.rdf which says, like, I'm compatible with these versions. Chrome.manifest probably says I require these permissions, or this is my file structure, whatever. It has localizations, it has skins, and it has the JavaScript that it executes. All you really need, according to this, you need the Chrome manifest, you need the overlay XUL, which is the GUI, like whether it has buttons in the menu or tooltips or whatever. Install.rdf, which, as I said, says which versions of Firefox it's compatible with, among other things, when it was built, who it's built by, who the maintainer is, URLs to the homepage, and the actual JavaScript. Oh, next page explains what all of these files do, which I think I just summarized. Okay, there is absolutely no mechanism. I'm reading word for word. We are on slide 8. Again.
Why?
There is absolutely no mechanism to restrict the privileges of add-ons. I'm taking his word for this. Someone shout if this is debatable. Add-on code is fully trusted. Not much security checks. Okay? Did someone say something? Page 3 for you. Hang on, why are we still on page 8?
I don't get it.
Well,
Probably he's using Prezi, so.
I don't know. Sorry. Architectural diagrams, skip that. You can add event listeners, which is how you can do key logging. Obviously, event listeners have proper use cases because extensions want to listen to what you do. You can abuse I/O with XP Connect. For example, you can read confidential files, you can run executables. Really? Okay. You can hook scripts into the Firefox engine, obviously, which means you can access everything in the web page. There are extensions you should all be using, for example, pwd hash, or pud hash, as my CTO calls them, which allows you to very easily, in a decentralized way, have different passwords for every site, even though you remember one password or a handful of passwords. Hey, another cable.
Cool.
Another hand for the...
Another round of applause for the AVID people for fixing the cable.
Next thing was the rights management within Firefox is very loose. There's no such thing as is it on?
Whoa. And he runs an out-of-date Firefox himself. Oh, no, sorry, that's not his laptop. This is...
Thanks.
Never mind. I'm
Thank you very much.
being schizophrenic.
Later.
Full screen?
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
There you go. So, when you have a... Thank you. When there's an add-on that you've written yourself, you've got complete control over the whole browser. There's no restrictions on what you can do, like in apps on your phone or something.
By abusing XHR, I presume he means you're not sandboxed to the same thing that normal JavaScript is. So in a regular JavaScript page, you can only do AJAX requests to within the same domain. If you're on example.com, you can do AJAX requests to example.com and app.example.com, but you can't do it to evil.com. So if you manage to inject malware onto bank.com, you shouldn't be able to send data to your thing. Extensions don't have this restriction, which there are loads of valid use cases for, because you might have an extension that checks checks various e-commerce shop prices. They need to be able to do API calls to Amazon and whatever else merchant you use to check the prices. I have no idea what CORS is.
Cross-origin request.
Is it just what I mentioned? Cross-origin resource sharing.
Resource sharing, right.
Okay, and WebSockets equal DDoS. Let's trust his maths.
Take his word for it.
Proof of concept.
Yes.
So he has created this keylogger. You can find it on GitHub. It's linked from the if you look at the program on the OHM wiki, OHM program thing. Platform independent, because Firefox is platform independent. You can run it on Haiku OS if you like. It is implemented by abusing JavaScript and XP Connect. It hooks into the browser interface and captures all the keystrokes from all the tabs. I have 9.813 minutes left. Okay. Okay, let's rush. We have 30 slides to go.
Oh, gee.
Skip.
That was
skip.
interesting.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it's code.
It was code, but it is how you do specific things.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Right. You're right.
I think we're at the point where we're not giving actual implementation details, we're just giving an overview of what's possible.
Yes.
Yeah, he can scramble, he can encrypt, he can send to where he likes. And it's not detected. And there's a progress bar. And it logs to a PHP logger because he writes PHP. More code. It's still not detected.
That was interesting.
There's loads of slides. I don't know what to prioritize.
All right, okay. Well, this is kind of the...
This is boring. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
It is not detected. It bypasses anti-key loggers and it bypasses on-screen keyboards, so it'll work on your iPads. Because, of course, it's at the Firefox level, not at the hardware or OS level. Reverse shell, because why not? You can. You can open sockets to anywhere you like. You can do whatever you like. You have stuff. You can listen to the victim. Okay, now what I want to get to is how do you read files? How do you read Etsy Shadow or whatever? Well, you can't do that because Firefox can't do that. But okay, he can launch apps. Sorry, we have 9 minutes left. Still not detected. Heuristic scans don't detect it. Session stealer. Oh, yeah, because it has access to all his cookies. All your cookies. You can just hijack sessions.
And more.
Sorry?
And more.
And more. You can control sessions too.
With HTML5, you've got data stores and
Steal all the data storage.
databases.
But even HTTP-only flags on various sites, like that doesn't matter, because you can just yoink. And if they check IP addresses, user agents, okay, instead of stealing a session, you just hijack his session. Global cross-site scripting.
I'm interested in how you get this malware on your PC.
Right.
Except for following the link. That's
Except for installing it
On
on your victim's computer, shit happens. Let's see. Session sort. Okay, yeah, that's I think him stealing stuff. Or no, even uploading files. Right, he can put files on your thing. Well, that'd be quite nasty, right? Linux password stealer, because yeah, maybe I shouldn't be using Firefox so much. Or maybe I should just update Firefox. Someone shout if I'm being an idiot. I still have 7 slides to go. More WebSockets.
That's cool.
He has a lot of screenshots of VirusTotal. Which, yeah.
He's proud of it.
Tab nabbing. What's tab nabbing?
What's
tab nabbing?
Well, as far as I understand it, you have 2 tabs open, and you're basically doing cross-site request forgery because you have one session open on one, and you're abusing that session from the other.
Ah.
Anyone?
Why would you do that?
Tab nabbing? Right.
What does what?
Sounds
Okay.
logical, right?
Look it up.
That's
Homework
one.
for you.
I know a nice application for that. To,
Do you know what
just,
tab nabbing is?
I don't know what it is, but I think there's use for it because if the other one like has his bank account open on eBay or something, the other one can interact with it and steal all the data or something.
Okay, that or something. That's. Thank you. Ah.
Here, I'm on
redundancy.
Wikipedia, and it says tab nabbing is a computer exploit and phishing attacks which facilitates the user's stuff. It instead of like making the user click on something, it's like you open a page that looks like the target page in another tab, like behind, and then the user navigates to the wrong tab and gets the phishing site. So that's tab nabbing. So like you put up a clone tab.
Ah, because extensions can change which tab is active.
Oh yeah, so you can do it even worse.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool, thanks.
And thank you. Right, yeah, okay. How do you...
This is how you get it on the target computer. You craft a web page with the add-on installation as a minimum requirement. Oh yeah, you open the website and you really want to see it, and you get this nasty pop-up that you really need to install this add-on to continue. And
I think we
of
all
course-
kind of can guess what category of websites people might install add-ons to see the content of. You might not get crowds that you get here, but you'll get a lot of people. You'd get my parents. Well, if they went to those category websites. Banking websites, but you dirty people. This is how you trigger the installation on like page load. It still asks for user confirmation, but they may well confirm it. Who here has never installed a Firefox add-on from like not mozilla.org?
1, 2,
2 people?
3, 4.
All right,
Five.
excluding, yeah, okay, there'll be some people who don't install Firefox add-ons at all. But like, you know, HTTPS everywhere, that's not on addons.mozilla.org. You go to EFF for that, and you trust EFF, and you probably do trust EFF, but, you know, what if you were DNS spoofed? Never trust third-party add-ons. All add-ons are third-party add-ons. That's why they're an add-on. Update Firefox to the latest stable build, whoever owns this laptop. Keep a good and regular antivirus, but he just proved that it doesn't find it.
Yes. Oh, you just catch the low-hanging fruit.
I suppose because this you could use to actually install proper malware. Yes, it is. I mean, you know, defense in depth, right? If you might leak keylogging information, but you might not everything is through Firefox. Like for example, I do my private stuff in Firefox, I do my work stuff in Chromium, because the AWS console loads a lot faster in Chromium. If he had actual malware, and now you all know this, but whatever. If he had actual malware, he could keylog both.
The firewall should help, partly. More than the
but
antivirus, if we believe him.
Firewall is really tough, right? Because it's, okay, we have like no time. Okay, we have plenty of time. Firewall's a bit tough because it's all over port 80 and 443. How do you distinguish like encrypted data from data you don't want leaked, right? I don't know.
Well,
Please wait for a microphone.
Please repeat it in the microphone.
So I think with the firewall, it's referring to the fact that the callbacks, so when, for example, it pulls down an exe and then the exe tries to call back home, you know,
Yes. Even
beaconing, that kind of thing, that's probably where he's thinking the firewall might help.
Yeah, you're right. Even if it tries to send data to evil.com/something, evil.com might be blacklisted within your firewall. So even if defense in depth, all of that jazz. Keylogger beta add-on, but that's another add-on. Reverse and analyze code is not practical for 99.9% of people. Disable session data storing?
yeah, that's the HTML5
Yeah.
latest
yeah.
and greatest.
Don't most? Oh yeah, okay. If you have an add-on,
Speeds up your web browsing experience and keeps all your private data securely on...
Don't resume from crash. I know people that have 70 tabs open because they don't know about extensions like read it later. And then they deliberately force crash the browser, and the next time they resume from the crash, and you can recurse these. So when he starts Firefox, he gets restored. Do you want to restore the last 20 tabs? Yes. Then 20th tab of those 20 is, do you want to restore the previous 20 tabs? Yes. Do you want to restore the previous 20 tabs? He has 60 tabs or 140 tabs or whatever open in that way. So that's not a very viable thing for him, but perhaps it is. Perhaps it should be. Don't run Firefox with root. Duh. Use safe and configured proxy to block reverse TCP and FTP connections. Well, firewall, right? And the DDoS attempts can be effectively blocked by analyzing, restricting, and filtering cause origin header. Your firewall should do that for you, I would imagine. A good one. I don't want to start analyzing every HTTP request manually.
This sounds like something the browser should do.
Or that. Okay, maybe that he meant as a Mozilla. If any Mozilla devs, I don't know, do something.
Do something. Save us.
I think this slide pretty much speaks for itself. Firefox is not broken, except in parts where it's broken. I'm still going to use it. Who here is switching because of this talk? No one. Good. AVs are helpless, filters are bypassed. Now it's part of the AVs and Firefox team to make your browsing environment more secure. Yes, and you should be aware of what you're doing, right? And you should educate others who don't come to these talks. I mean, if you go to .ru, sorry, that might be insulting to .ruians.
Questions? Yes, I've got a question. Who else is a little disappointed by this talk?
I
Just a
apologize.
couple, okay. Sorry?
The point about session storage is that it's per tab. So actually session storage of the types of, there's four classes of new storage that come with HTML5. Session storage is probably the one you want to be using. You probably don't want to be using the database stuff. You certainly don't want to be using the local storage. So I'd say that of all of them, that's pretty safe. I don't understand why he would say not to do that.
I can't defend his point of view.
And the other thing is he also doesn't talk around the threats around cross-site scripting into his existing plugins. So all of those attacks that he talked about in the context of us installing a malicious plugin, well, actually, probably a more valid attack surface is to go after plugins that are legitimate, that have vulnerabilities that allow you to execute your own JavaScript.
Yes, or even just fingerprint the user. I mean, it's a slightly different threat model, but there are loads of plugins that you can use to fingerprint users, which is not always great. Like if you want to stay anonymous, use the Tor browser bundle.
Are there more questions? I see no hands raised.
There's one back there.
Biohacking guy. No, no.
In case you didn't hear, would you recommend we tell people to switch to IE? There is a good graph on the magical interwebs that correlates internet usage with piracy, as in ship, old style, yar pirates. Over time, they both go down. Therefore, the two cause one another. No. Obviously, we don't recommend Internet Explorer. This is open source. How do you trust any software? How do you trust, anything? Because you can verify what it does. Like, at least I can verify Firefox. I can fix Firefox, or I can pay people to fix Firefox if I can't do it myself, or I can try to convince people to fix Firefox. There's a hands.
I think it was being partly hypothetical.
I know it was a troll
Rhetorical.
slash... Yes.
Rhetorical.
Actually, you make a pretty good point that some people know how to fix their own browser, but I don't know how savvy your parents are, but my parents most definitely don't even know how a mouse works, leave alone how to fix a browser. But one of the conclusions in the sheets was AVs and Firefox have to keep working on improving the model. But one of the things that are understated in any security feature or concept or even paradigm in IT is that people have to be educated. You
Yes.
don't install every single add-on you get in your face. You don't click on an exe file you get in your email. For the love of God.
Friends don't let friends install arbitrary add-ons.
Yeah, but the only reason you still receive spam with exe files is people still open them. They still click. They still click on pop-ups. They still click on and they just don't know any better. There's I would like to call them sheep, but it's that's just my point of view. No. I think one of the most important things is to educate the users and
Yes,
and
which is what Ajin was trying to do.
yeah,
In
well, he was trying to educate us. I mean, keep an eye on your add-ons, go through them if you don't trust them. But my parents won't go through heaps of JavaScript and XML files. They wouldn't know where to look for the file to begin with. But yeah, my point of view is just people should well not have a driver's license for the internet, but no, maybe even that's not a bad idea.
Controversy.
Anyways,
controversy. Any
More
more questions?
questions or remarks or?
Or anyone wants to do lightning talk?
No.
I don't think there's any time
No,
left
I
for
think but the time for this talk is up, and I just want to give a nice round of applause for these two wonderful stand-ups.
And
Who had to
I'm sorry, I forgot your name. I'm terrible with names. The girl over there
Yeah.
who found the
who
slides.
found
and
the
Yeah.
slides, yeah,
and catalyzed
Nice
this.
catch.
and the AVID people who found the cable.
Yes. And you for turning up.
Yeah, maybe we should bring these two nice speakers back to the Media Plaza tent. That it was the first occasion that someone else did the presentation impromptu. So you become speakers. You get also try to get you with a yellow band now,
Thank you.
with all the VIPs for it.
Cool.
And yeah, this concludes this talk, which was slightly off the program that we first envisioned, but I think it was a wonderful experience.
Quick final thing. If you Google the talk name, you might well find it on YouTube. He may have said this before. It may have been filmed. It may have been uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
You may get much better content than what we could divine. And feel free to contact him, obviously. Or me, if you find me. I'm the guy
No,
that looks like
spam
a
him.
terrorist.
Spam him.
Well, I mean, you don't have my contact details. You
No,
can't
it's
spam me.
not. It's not ethical to spam him. Just
sorry.
send him a nice, clean URL of the stream we have just made. So
Send him a
with
Firefox
your
add-on.
handle on it.
Yeah, send him this talk, but he needs to install a custom add-on to watch it.
And for the next presentation, sign him up for the PowerPoint karaoke.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.